Hello everybody, and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. So, unfortunately, I was not able to stream the last two times. I wasn't able to do my standard Mortal, I wasn't able to do Life is Strange 2, I wasn't able to do Mortal Shell, because it's been a very busy weekend. And, it's been a lot, but, I'm glad to be back. It's been a very bittersweet time. So, for those who don't know, who don't have me on other social media, I graduated my very first round of seniors um, on Friday. I got to watch the students that I've been working with from the beginning of the year walk the stage and get their diplomas, and it really felt amazing. And it was super bittersweet because it's like I've been working with these kids, forming bonds and connections and friendships for a long time, and I know that I won't see all of them ever again. There are some who might stick around. There are some who will visit, every couple years, and there are some I will never ever hear from for as long as I live. And that's disappointing, but I don't know. I'm glad they get to go. I'm glad they get to go on their way and grow up and take on the world. And I like to know that I had a hand in that. It's just it's very emotionally draining. Honestly, I think the worst part about it though. Hang on, which way am I going? Soldier's March. Which one is that? That's this one right here. So let's take the flag off and just go down. Alright. I think the worst part about it was that for some teachers, it was a good thing that they're gone. Because I discovered that even though once my students walked in the doors of my classroom, they were, you know, honestly like angels. They weren't always the most focused students, the most hardworking, but they were very sweet kids, very well behaved kids. Very fun, very happy, and not every teacher had that same experience. So it's really jarring to have, my happy and sad feeling, and then to have the other teachers go, huh, I'm glad they're gone. And that makes me sad. That people have experiences like that where they have to think that way about children, really. It's disappointing. Oh, hello, best friend. Hello. Oh, you hydrating me already? Damn it. Okay, I have done the hydrate. Let me give you a hug. I would like to give you a hug, my best friend. How are you? Welcome in. Are you a villain? You a villain? No. Okay. Why do I have this shock arrows? No, not the fire. This one. Yeah. Whee! I could also wipe these guys out. Hydrate before you dehydrate. I definitely will be dehydrating plenty. Don't you worry about that. It always happens, especially in this game. This game just... Oh my god. Mwahahaha.
Rebels. I heard they were in the area.
You're trying
to get
to...
rid of them is to take out their leader.
No.
Take much
No.
damage from fire.
What is that? What do you mean level 42? Nah. Anyway, you're watering the flower ahead of time. How are you doing today? I'm I don't know. I'm a little bit. I think the fire claws are bears, right? Yeah, it looks kind of like a bear to me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed because it's, work was fine. Um, I'm, still in the process of going after trying to find a new apartment so I can move out and have a nice place to live. But today was like the official first day with the seniors at school being just straight up gone. And that's like super bittersweet. And it's just, it feels a little bit raw, you know what I mean? Because I really adored those kids. No, 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 no. Why are you so close to me? I can silent strike you. I'm not gonna, but I can. That's nice to know. Yeah, because I watched them all graduate on Friday. There was no need for me to do him like that, but here we are. I watched them all graduate on Friday, and it was just like, I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy for them. But I'm really gonna miss them. Because, like, they really were amazing kids. Super smart, really fun-loving, really nice. And it's my first class of seniors, you know what I mean? Like, how do you... how do you just not think about that anymore? How do you just, move forward and on with the next one?
That soldier with the heavy armor must be the leader of the bunch.
Did that put him down? Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Looks like he wants to know his tags. I'll keep them with me.
Wait, but I killed them.
The leader, the rebels should abandon this place.
Oh?
You can always deal with them now. Either way, I'm done here.
Is it still taboo to add your students on social media? I mean, they're technically not my students anymore now that they've officially graduated, and, they're all adults. So I personally have no problem with it. I don't have any of them on social media. Yeah, it was a bigger deal when, we were younger. I did have one teacher who had no problem having kids on his social media as long as they were, like, adults. So usually it was, like, exclusively seniors that he had, which, isn't really a big deal. They're still grown. What are you guys shooting at? But yeah, I have absolutely no issue whatsoever at this point adding my students on social media, just because, like, they're grown and they're not my students. There's no, there's no legal problem, there's no ethical problem. It's up to them if they wanted to keep in touch with me that way. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Hey, here's the threat.
Here's the threat. Really? That's the voice line you're going with?
Damn it!
Let me give you a hint. I wasn't expecting that shot to work, to be honest. Alright.
You could fire at anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot. No wonder the rebels set up here.
Alright. I gotta go loot all their stuff now. I hope to keep in touch with a few of them.
Take this to a dyer later.
They were really good kids. I mean, one of them I'm already kind of keeping in touch with, mostly through like WhatsApp and stuff, because we had like a group chat for the class in case anybody needed anything. Because I got her into reading a whole bunch of series over the course of the year, and now she's like, "Mister, you got to give me the rest of the books." So that's like that's our thing. Alright, should we try to kill the bear? I feel like we should not try to kill the bear. We really shouldn't try to do this, because we are level 23. It is almost double our level. This is a bad idea. So I'm gonna not do the bad thing. I'm just gonna go. Because that would be a bad idea. Is that an owl? We'll need machine muscle.
Judging by
Okay.
these markers, that climbing trail Jekka talked about must be nearby. I should check up on her brother while I'm here.
Okay. Oh
How
yeah.
much snow's gonna pile up?
We have to find like a missing brother or something, right? Completed for a trophy. I think I only have my German teacher on Facebook still. I never had a German teacher. They didn't teach German anywhere near my school. I don't believe I have any teachers on social media. I'm pretty sure I have like straight up 0.
Most Tenaks look wounded. What happened? That person looks like they're in charge.
Maybe
I should
that'll
talk to
change
them.
one day,
Wallbreaker.
but not presently.
If you've come to witness the March of the Ten, you're out of luck.
Actually,
Must have been
I
several
came
years
looking
ago
for
and I'm in a
someone
different
called
city. Yeah,
Penta.
that's fair.
Pento? That poor scab was as good as dead even before the storm hit.
Oh, he
You're
did?
out of line, soldier.
What's he talking about?
The kid you're looking for is still up on the mountain, along with 2 others.
Oh.
Pento was the only one who decided to break tradition and climb without a partner. His odds aren't good. I'm sorry to say they never were to begin with. As far as being Tanak goes, he's got most of it backwards.
So what? You're all just waiting here? Shouldn't you be calling
That's
for
one
help?
way to look at it, I
Couldn't
guess.
find anyone in that storm, even if we wanted to. Those kids are at the mercy of the mountain now.
We'll see about that. But first, a couple of questions.
Y'all really just said, sounds like a them problem.
Why is everyone so sure this Pental can't climb that mountain?
Our people are soldiers. We respect strength and agility. Pento
Yeah.
has neither.
Oh.
Never has. He's been stuck on cleaning duty since he was a child. Yet he decided to undergo our clan's most difficult trial on his own.
And you think he's crazy for trying?
I'm not a fan of that word. When I chose to wear a woman's armor, people called me crazy too. I guess Pento just feels like he has to prove himself. Show who he really is. I understand. Believe me.
I can respect
Climb
that.
is hard
Yeah.
enough, even without a storm.
Here's to hoping the guy's okay.
What
I
is this
mean,
march you mentioned?
we're probably
one of
going
the
to find
toughest
him
slopes
like
in
half
Skyclan
frozen. He'll be
territory.
perfectly alive.
It's said that the Ten climbed this mountain in pairs during their war against machines. Our
That's
people
usually how
partner
this
up
stuff
to
goes.
earn their soldiers' marks by following in the Old One's footsteps and retrieving the blood crest,
The what?
a flower that grows on the summit.
Oh.
Pento, that is. He insisted on climbing on his own.
You mean no one wanted to climb up with him?
I tried to stop him, but there were technically no rules against it, so I let him pass.
That sounds familiar. The Nora have a similar ritual. No one wanted me in that one either.
Oh.
A
Yeah.
mistake, I presume.
Yep.
Oh god, what was that called? The Proving, I think? The Nora Proving? Something like that. And yeah, we won it. Naturally.
I could try following the path up the mountain.
Sounds like Mount
See if I
Everest.
can
I mean,
find
maybe.
Pental.
I
You
don't
said there
know.
were 2 other climbers missing as well?
It wouldn't be
Just
shocking.
one. The other is right there. Zika!
Rocco and I, we were climbing back down.
Uh-oh.
There was an avalanche where we got separated. I couldn't see anything.
Someone's gotta go up there.
You can barely see your own feet in that storm.
Except I don't need to. I'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, whenever
If
I'm
the storm gets too rough,
whenever
I
I'm
can always
playing
use my
like
focus to find
Metal
those
Gear
tunnels.
Solid and I'm in an area like I play a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5. Whenever I end up in like bad weather conditions like a sandstorm or it's like super dark out and I can't see, I just throw on night vision. Cuz I have it upgraded so that it's strong enough to just cut right through. And that pretty much is what Aloy's doing right now. Items. I mean, the good news is the storm's not that bad so far. Have you ever climbed a mountain, Huff? I went hiking up a small one once when I was in, I think, my freshman year of high school. Might have been my sophomore, I'm not sure.
You want some of this?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
What is that? I wish.
Let's knock this up.
Clever one.
No. Oh! Oh, look at the damage that just dealt. Jesus. It's in a fight with someone else and still managing to shoot at me. Ah ha ha. I've been bouldering? What does that mean?
Whoever you are, thanks for the assist.
Who are you? I wonder if I can stun it. It appears not. Barely see the thing.
Last one.
Come on. We're just gonna keep shooting until one of us falls over? Okay. I'm with that. Ha! Got you now. Ah, it didn't give me the critical strike. And it one-shot me. That sucks. It didn't give me the critical strike prompt because it got stuck on a tree. That's disappointing. Ah, well. Bouldering is similar to rock climbing, except rock climbing tends to be straight up, while bouldering is on a hill and doesn't require... all the equipment. Oh.
Whoever you are, thanks for the assist.
Come on.
I'm out.
Weapon removed. Oh, I took its weapon off. Ah. Oh my god. Bro, come on. That's frustrating. I keep having it like so low, but the stun ends as I'm about to get the critical hit, and then I end up too close and it one-shots me. Like, that's such a disappointing combination. I'm working on it. That didn't give me the log. No! What? Uh-oh. Let me try and get the weapon now. Oh my goodness. Jesus. It is like focused exclusively on me. Oh, come on.
Stranger, where are you going?
Good question.
Ah, back to the fight?
There's gotta be a way to climb up from here, no? No. Wow. When in doubt, Elder Scrolls. That should not have worked, but whatever. I'm not gonna
Welcome
complain.
back to the party.
Sir, can you keep it busy for like 2 seconds? Bro, just keep it occupied. Why is it so focused on me?
Whoever you are, thanks for the assist.
Not my chance.
Jeez. What? Oh. I see it. I got it. My goodness. Yeah, seriously, like I said last time I played this, the AI teammates do nothing. Even when they're the only thing attacking the enemy will still focus you. So they don't deal damage, they don't, you know, stay, like, they don't move any tactical sort of way. And they don't even serve as a distraction. And that's it really does make you wonder what the heck is the point of them. You know, why not just have me do everything myself then?
You okay?
But whatever.
Not really, but I'll live.
Your climbing partner, she said you got separated during an avalanche?
My partner? Yeah. The avalanche caught us off guard. Swept me up like a twig. I was sure I was a goner. Then someone grabbed hold of me and pulled me out.
Oh, maybe
It
the
was
other guy?
Penta. He risked his life for me.
Did you see where he went?
Up that cliff behind you. Said he was gonna finish the climb. I told him it was suicide, but he wouldn't listen.
Yeah, he clearly
You
does
make it
not
back down
care.
on your own?
Yes. You're not going after him, are you?
Go.
Maybe.
Get back to Wakata before
What
the
it
storm
to
gets any
ya?
worse.
May the Ten be with you.
And also with you? I don't know, how do I respond to this?
I have to find Pento before he gets himself killed.
I need healing before I get myself killed. I need healing. Well, I'm glad I got another trophy, I guess. Feels like kind of a silly one, but eh.
I should use my focus to pick up Pento's trail. Those must be Pento's tracks. Let's hope I can catch up to him. It looks like the avalanche destroyed most of the climbing path.
Oh, she's cold.
It's blanketing the land.
Oh yeah, this is like, we're getting covered in snow.
The missing soldier must have climbed up this way. Pento made it past here. The path must have collapsed after him. Maybe I can glide across.
There we go. Are you a Star Wars person?
I should be able to pick up Pento's tracks again.
Not really. I don't mind some of the movies. You know, I like the prequel. I like the prequel trilogy, like with Anakin. But other than that, I'm not really interested in the series at all. Like, I play Fallen Order just because it's like a Souls type of game, and that's my thing.
All right, that. Looks like he could use some help.
Can one of them come closer?
Who's there?
Got it.
A friend!
Ah. Come get me. Yeah, I'm not huge on, like, the mainstream fandoms. It seems like I was never big on Star Wars, I was never big on Harry Potter. Just like the super big time stuff everyone gets into was, like, none of it was ever my style.
I'll save the extra stock for later.
I'm sorry, what is that around me? Does my data corrupt or something? What the heck? What is this? Y'all see that, right? Okay, it's gone now. What was that status effect? What? Oh, whatever.
Pento?
Do I know you?
Wakata sent me. We need to get off this mountain, now.
No. I'm not going back there as a failure. I am getting that flower no matter what.
Look, I know what it's like when your tribe looks down on you, but you...
Then you understand why I'm either gonna get to the top of this mountain or die on it.
I respect his conviction, to be honest. Like, let me go with him. I'll go with him.
What are you doing?
This climb is meant to be done by 2 people, right? I'll be your partner.
I'll follow your lead.
And just like that, you're suddenly not interested in making the climb. Like, you're gonna have me do
Looks like
it.
the trail carries on here.
That feels like the opposite of how that works. Oh, sure. Alright, right here. I was really into Harry Potter and Marvel
but I don't think I
comics
caught yours.
growing up. Yeah.
It's Aloy.
I never
You sure you want to involve
read
yourself with the Bulwark's biggest
comics,
loser, Aloy?
but I was
I like to
into,
make my own
you know,
judgments about people.
superheroes.
You know,
So, like, I
it's not
enjoyed
like everyone can-
Spider-Man.
What was that?
Oh,
Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
like
the
that
wind.
sound. That's not the wind. Like, for example, I loved Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I had a handful of the video games when I was a kid. I was into Batman when I was a kid. I'm not really huge into... Like, I'm into them, but not in the same way.
Look out! That was amazing.
Like,
I'll knock
now
this tree down.
I
It should let us
largely
reach the
enjoy,
climbing
like,
path.
the
You won't hear
MCU.
me complaining.
You know, I prefer to watch or to play than to, like, read comics and stuff. Alright, where we go? There we go. Are you
I was hoping you'd be back to finish the march.
We should be able to jump onto that climbing path from the tree.
Oh, like this? Okay, there we go. My uncle's read comics with me
That's some
growing up,
climbing gear you've
so I know
got.
some things from
Thanks.
the comics. Yeah, I did read
Time to start
some.
climbing.
Like, I think it wasn't really a
That doesn't sound
comic,
like any storm wind I've ever
but
heard.
my favorite
Almost
little
there.
book that I had for that was one that was like all about the Hulk. It wasn't a comic where it was like a certain story about him, but it was like his history both in canon lore
This is it.
and in his like different
believe we actually
designs,
made it.
different like
Let's
authors
get to
or
that scene.
artists' intentions, like pretty much his entire in and out of story history, all in one little booklet. And I just thought it was, you know, really interesting to have stuff like that at my disposal. Wait.
We were discussing something when you left.
Oh, yeah.
We can handle it. Come on.
Hi. Nice buttocks. This is definitely really much just like his biography. Kind of. That's not where I'm aiming. Damn it.
There's no more fire.
Oh, what? I didn't fire that, whatever. Whew. Whew. Don't start doing butts. I make no promises. I make no promises whatsoever. Stand up. Stand up. That's not what I asked you to do. Hi, Michael. Oh, why is that a thing you can do? Man! I keep falling off the cliffs. I don't want to hear that out of you. Oh, it doesn't insta-kill me. That's actually helpful. No! Holy crap. All the sound went out and I was like, oh no, did I die? Woo! Oh, Huff, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. It's helpful motivation not to, you know, get folded. Sir, you like slightly teleported across. What was that about? Ooh. So what does it lead to? Shock? And yet shock is not stacking on it, so... What do you just keep doing it until you hit me or I fall off? Like, bro, what are you doing? Nothing wrong with a little teleportation. I mean, there might be when I'm not the one doing it. What other weak spot does he have? Oh my god. Ammo, no. I might need a pharmacist though. Come on. They never give me regular arrows. It's always like hunter arrows, which I don't even use. Uh-oh. Maybe I should continue trying to use these. These do a lot more damage. One. No! Get off of me, get off of me, get off of me. Alright, come on. Almost. Oh. Ooh.
Pain subsiding.
Okay, so fire doesn't do much of anything. I can hurt it with fire, but not much. Come on. No. Got it. Holy crap.
This way, Aloy.
Wait up!
Please don't make me fight two of those. Do I even have... Is there really no healing here? There's a little bit. There's only two more. Okay. That's unfortunate. I need more. Alright, but we did that. We beat it. The big problem is that it costs us a good bit of resources. Like, spending my Ridgewood is no big deal to make the regular arrows. But to make the sniping arrows that I have, it costs machine muscle, which I only have probably like 30 of at this point. Yeah, 36, and it cost me 2 to make these and 5 to make those. So it's a lot when I don't have that much. I don't know where I can get more of that, if I just have to keep killing machines. Maybe I can buy it somewhere. I honestly have no clue. Crimson Bloom. Alright, let's just keep going. Hello? Hello? There we go. The path was right up. I don't know why it stopped. Would it be like that? We're good. Alright, let's go. Hello there.
No crunch under my boots.
Steps on the flower
Storm.
by accident.
It's easing up. So, how does it feel to make rank?
Pretty great, actually. This means everything to me.
You know, even if you go back with that, it doesn't mean they'll treat you any different.
Honestly, I think I just need to prove to myself I could do this.
I
We
respect
should get
that.
back. Let the others know I'm okay. I'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind. I'll be right behind you.
Of course.
Thank you.
I seriously respect that. He's like, listen,
can
I don't
probably
care
reach
if
the bottom
they
of the
look
trail
at me
faster if I use
differently.
my shield wing.
I just wanted to be able to
nice
look at
too.
myself differently. And that, I like that. Alright, so I'm trying to... Okay, but like, this is amazing?
Everything looks so peaceful now that the storm has passed.
There's like screenshots and clips to be made from this. This is beautiful, man. Look at that. I love it. I really love that. It is gorgeous. I'm allergic to all of nature, so I can't really leave the house much, but I love the natural world so much.
I should be reaching the bottom of the trail soon. Pinto can't be far behind.
But, I mean, it's not like we jumped off a cliff so he couldn't keep up or anything.
There's everyone.
He's definitely right behind us.
Did you find Penta, Outlander?
He got himself killed, didn't he?
Can
Don't
you
say
let
that.
him land first?
Aloy, You return alone.
Where is he?
Is my brother...
You can't go crying like that, Jekka. You're the sister of a proper soldier now.
How did he keep up with me?
Endo.
He just yeeted himself off.
Ow.
He was like, listen, I climbed it, I can jump down
I
it
bring you the
too.
blood crest as proof of my march.
And with my blessing, you join our ranks. May you find your path on the wings of the Ten.
You've gotta be kidding me. Him? A soldier? Please.
He got the flower, you
Flower
didn't.
or no flower, we all know all he'll ever be good for is cleaning everyone's shit.
Ooh, I knew a headbutt was coming.
I think we're done here.
I could sense the Krogan response coming in. I knew it was coming.
Better put some snow on that, or it'll bruise. Thanks for saving my life. Maybe when I get my own soldier's mark, we can fight in the same squad. Give me a chance to return the favor.
I like that. Okay, but why does his face paint look
cute.
kind of like?
Go on. I'll catch up.
Oh God, what is it?
Here.
It's like
Something
it's this
to
weird
commemorate
like
our climb.
white, purple,
May
and
the
blue
10
color
always grant you
scheme
victory, Aloy.
that you'd often see
see
on
you
like
around,
to-go containers on food. I remember that from when I was a kid, but it's not really a thing anymore. Jesus, we have 9 skill points. We're level 24 now. Alright, do we even have anything that we can, like, that we want with our skills, though? Like, that's the important question. Because the answer is probably not. Oh. Like Taco Bell. Maybe. Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking of, but I do remember what you're talking about. Alright. Hang on, my computer went to sleep. Give me a second. There we go. What kind of stuff is in here? Cover more and higher quality resources. Craft tools, traps, and potions faster. Take less damage. Place traps faster. Skill boost from food. None of that is interesting. What is this? Do more damage with Resonator Blast. Don't even really use that to begin with. Resonator build up. Melee damage. I wouldn't mind getting down to that one. Critical strikes up. Yeah, I'd like these actually. This is how much? This is just one more, so I need a bit more. Like Taco Bell and Sonic. Yeah. I can't remember which one I'm thinking of. It was one that, like, closed when I was a kid. I know that for sure. I just can't remember for the life of me what it actually was. Let's see. Call and response, go to the watchtower. Go to Demeter's coordinates. Rebel outpost. And Rebel outpost. What's this? Find where the Vista Point image was taken. Go to Poseidon's coordinates. We don't want to do that yet. Go to the next racetrack. Wait. What do I... Oh, talk to the pitmaster. Alright, what other quests do we have right now? Go to the Bleeding Mark? We could try to do that. Deluge. Yeah, we could do that. Wait, no. There's a close one right here. No, unknown campfire. Okay. I'll fast travel here then. Yeah, it's bothering me that I can't remember what it was. But I have such a clear image of it in my head. Huh. Yeah, well. It's whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That's good enough. I got a rock. Unknown shelter.
It's always good to have extra.
Yes, please. Can we have extra? Sorry about that. I don't like having, like, a healing deficit. Check your Discord. Oh. What's this? What's this? Yeah, that design, or at least that color scheme, maybe not specifically, like, I know that's like a Dixie cup, right? Yeah, but I could swear there was, like, a food place, that was, like, my local area that closed down way long ago, when I was still a kid. And it used that, like, exact design or color scheme, something similar at least. Almost the same. I don't even remember what kind of food they served, to be completely honest. Hi, Zoe. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, dust swirling. Better steer clear.
What? What? Huh? Anybody else notice that happen? Am I crazy? Was I imagining things? The answer is yes to at least one of those two questions. I'm not sure which.
It's weak against shock.
That's true. Yeah, that's probably the one. That's probably the one that's right. Can I sneak attack these? But not imagining. Yeah. So that boar actually, like, died, got back up, and teleported behind me and started running away. That's a thing that happened. Because I have trouble believing that's a thing that happened. Hydration. I'm so confused.
The bit I have on power horns before I can override them.
I'm gonna just book it. I'm just gonna book it. Thunder Gen. No. I'm not signing up for that. I don't consent. That means we're not gonna. What is this time? Why are you so disbelieving until... It's not that I disbelieve it. It's that it died, and I'm upset about the fact that it undied just so it could run away from me. That's quite rude when I'm looking for, you know, foods. Did that campfire officially get discovered? Yeah. Unknown? Hello. Ooh. That all was in here? Really? That's it? Yeah, I don't see any climbables. Damn. Maybe he said, not today, Satan. But I'm not Satan. And if that boar was going to hell, that means it did something bad and it deserved to be food. That's just facts. Can't help facts of life. That is indeed a fact of life. What a shame.
This must be the village Zoko was talking about. It looks like the whole place flooded. Maybe from a recent storm. Wonder if anyone made it out. Let's check around the shore.
Or whoever is the deity in that world. Honestly, the deities are machines here.
Ugh.
It
The water feels thick.
it doesn't even matter.
Where are you? We're trapped in this tower.
Huh?
Flood blocked the way we came in.
Oh,
There's a ladder at the top, but we can't reach it.
okay.
I'll find a way to get to you.
I need to get to the ladder at the top of the
Oh my
building.
God.
Maybe there's a way to cross over from the broken one next to it.
But it doesn't matter what culture you come from in this game. Every single one of them worships something to do with the machines. So that's like their thing. Those are their deities. I don't necessarily agree for, you know, what I assume would be obvious reasons, but, you know, it's the thing. Am I able to get up on here? I can't, like, climb up here or something? I could probably fit through that. Why is it breaking? Hello?
Doesn't look like there's a way to swim into the broken building. I need something to get me over the metal wall and inside.
I assumed grappling hook maybe, but I'm not seeing anywhere I can grab onto.
There are a few survivors on that overlook. I should see if
What
they're
just
okay.
happened? Hang on. Someone just switched my TV to Netflix. 1 second. Okay, well, apparently somebody decided to connect their Netflix to my TV while I'm in the middle of streaming. Oh well. Seriously, there's gotta be a way up, right? I don't see anything. Up the tree? No, not up the tree. How can I get up here? How the fuck does that happen? How does what happen? Them switching over? Well, it's a smart TV, so, like, it's very common that, oh, hey, I see that. That phones will be like, hey, would you like to play this on insert TV here? Okay, no, seriously, why is this just, like, it's right there. Why is it just not working? It needs to be pulled from the other side, I guess? I don't know.
We'll find a closer spot.
Damn it. Maybe from here? Really? Not even from there. Alright. What can I do from this way?
Better get closer. Try.
Damn it. What do I do? Can I pull out the beams from inside, from outside here? No, it doesn't look like I can pull those.
Could try my focus. See what it picks up.
I'm trying the focus. It doesn't appear to be working. Underneath, maybe? But I barely have any room to go underneath. I can't pull. No, there's nothing. Damn, this is really frustrating. And it's probably like such a simple solution, too. Where am I? Get to them. Why? Oh, wait a minute. Seriously?
Could look around with my focus.
There's no indication. It's not glowing or anything. There was a small white marker next to it, but I didn't see that.
That works.
Ugh.
Now I just need to climb inside to
I
get
look
to the
over
top.
and it's like a half-dead tree, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Cross over to the survivors from there.
That was depressing. I feel so stupid.
That's no good. Can't use the polecaster on that.
I turned over every time I found the hammer in some random place. What hammer? What hammer? Do you just have like Mjolnir showing up at your house at random? But also, how many dollars would you have? It would at least be. No, you gotta get super specific with it so you can
There's a
say
ladder
it's
on the other
weird.
building. I can make that jump. Polecaster won't work on that.
Everyone uses the regular hammer for the most random stuff. Like what?
Whoa, whoa! No! That was our only way out!
I like how she fell face first, but nothing actually happened.
I'd better check on the survivors first.
Okay.
Who are you anyway?
Can't hook onto that.
Really? It's not gonna allow me? It's gonna require me to talk to them first? That's
Everyone
stupid.
okay?
You're not one of us.
What does it
Sorry.
use it for?
Yes. We took shelter in here when a mudslide swept through the village, but debris blocked the passage we came in through. That ladder was our only way out, but we couldn't reach it from here.
Don't worry. I'll find us another way out of here.
Do you know what happened to the others? Before we ran in here, I thought I saw a few of our comrades climbing up a watchtower on the north side, near the grotto.
I'll look into it. Can you make it to the shore from here?
If you
To
find
break
us
up
a
the
way
ice.
out,
Oh.
we'll make it.
Okay.
Get shrimp
tight
lemonade,
for now.
carbon 5 spring rolls, and still have some change. I mean... Okay. I mean, that's not the worst use, I guess. Yeah, all of a sudden I can pull. Alright. Hey, what happened to my ability to hook? There was a grapple. There we go. But then he'll leave it. That's kind of funny.
That should do it.
Okay. You should have a way out. Thanks. We'll head to the shore in a moment.
Oh, so that ladder just has no way to...
Okay. Better find
On the
this
couch,
watchtower
in the
on
deep
north
freezer,
end.
in the bathroom, in front of the... Oh my goodness. Alright, leaving it in the freezer is a bit more of a problem. That one feels slightly off, but
Machines.
otherwise...
Load in after the
I ain't seen a machine at first. He'll carry it for a few minutes and then forgets. I mean, same. My attention span is not as good as it probably should be.
Using frost won't help here.
Uh-oh.
Outlander! These machines got us trapped up here. We lost our weapons in the mudslide.
Sit tight. I'll take care of them.
Right now I found it in the knife drawer. That's not the worst place for it, I guess. I'm stuck on its body. I don't know if I'm able to do an attack from above on the...
Bet there's another cauldron out there that has override data on that machine.
Oh, come on. That happens so constantly. I go to do it and the prompt disappears as I hit the button, so it just gets me caught and nothing else.
Crush them with the boulder! Shoot the support beam!
Well, I can sneak up on this one. Oh, they take no damage. Oh, of course they hit too. They take 0 damage. I'm in danger. Aw. Wait, what is this? Come on. Ow! Smacked me right out of the air. I legitimately didn't have time to dodge. Oh my god. Please do not stun lock me, sir. Oh, I am missing HP.
Somewhere.
Come on. Ah! Doing good. Doing okay. Unfortunately, this one's not broken much. Uh-oh. I have no choice. $18 damage on my single most powerful attack. Pain. Ooh. Do I have machine muscle? Like, how much have I got? I've picked up none. What? What?
Just what I need.
Alright, is it gonna... There's the max for the healing, okay. Ooh, 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 okay, 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 okay. No, if it stays occupied and distracted elsewhere, I have a good chance. I can silent strike it and heal back. Come on. Yes.
No good. Need it.
I can see the machine muscle on it too. That's what sucks. I need what you're using to try and kill me, sir. Can I have a little bit? Just a smidge. It'll let me kill you just a little bit faster. He's so appreciated. Are you serious? And heal back to full.
There.
Got it.
Should be safe as enough now.
Whew.
We're coming down.
Damn, these things are stressful, man. Oh, hey, there's some healing. So stressful. And there's all this healing over here. I didn't even see it. Holy crap. Did I get any machine muscle? No, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Why would I? Feels bad. Hello? I would like to not be stuck. Bro. Let me out. What the hell? Oh my god. I don't want to be stuck. Trying to drown me and stuff.
I'll shake it out as I go. Is everyone okay?
Better now, without Snapmaws prowling around. You sure know how to fight. We saw some of our comrades stuck on the eastern cliffs. They could use a hand too, if you're willing.
Okay, I'll check it out.
We'll head for the shore on the other side to regroup. Thanks again.
Alright, so we can go back and turn this in, yes? Oh, I have to search the village. Okay.
Hey, you! Outlander! Up here! We've got wounded up here. Need an easy way down.
Oh, there you are.
And fast!
Hold on. I'll figure something out. I need to find a way for the Gnoc to get down from the cliff.
Wait, I have an idea.
That big crane can help. If I can get it into the right position, I could make a bridge for them.
Oh, hey, wait. Ignite fire gleam. How we're gonna set off a fire under the water? I don't know, that feels like that's not how this should work, but here we go.
Okay, crane's in place. Now, how to lower it to reach the cliff. I should take a look at the bottom of the crane's arm. See if there's a way to move it.
I can open this, right? No? It looks like a vent I can open. Oh well. Right, what can we find?
There we go!
What is falling out of it?
Arm's stuck on something. I better climb up and take a look.
I was hoping I could, like, jump to that, but sadly no. I'm not cool enough, I guess. Feels bad. Oh, did you redeem another hydrate? What in hydration? Alright, got it. Alright, what do I do?
If I detach those cables, the arm should drop the rest of the way.
I knew I just needed to shoot at it. Aha.
Blood of the Ten. How'd you manage to do that?
Very carefully.
Before you go, a word.
It was
I
good.
don't know how you did it, but thanks for the rescue.
Is everyone okay?
His legs snapped against some debris as we were making a run for it, but he'll live.
How'd you get stuck up here?
A mudslide tore through the village in the last storm. This ledge was just above the flood when we got to it. By the time everything calmed down, the water had receded, leaving us stranded, and we couldn't leave a fellow soldier behind.
Can you make it to the shore from here?
We'll manage. I think I saw Natiko in an overlook there. We'll head for her location. She'll know what we should do next. Thanks again, Outlander.
Alright, so is that... No, I have to talk to the other person still.
Okay. I think that's it for survivors. They said they would group with someone named Natiko on the
Alright,
shore.
let's go find her.
I should check in with her.
Oh wow, we actually managed to save a few people. We saved all of these people?
I'm Natika, and I believe I have you to thank for saving these soldiers.
Aloy, they mentioned there was a mudslide?
The last storm caused a deluge that brought down half the mountain. The mudslide barreled right through the village. We're lucky so many survived, but we're still missing one. Kentok, my squad leader, and the one in command of this place.
Do you know where he was when the storm hit?
I was the last one to see him, just before.
Is he still living?
I told him I wanted to leave this place to pledge my blade to the Chief's guard, but he refused to discharge me from the squad. All Tenakth are stubborn fighters, but Kentok is more so than most. So I walked out. I was coming back from the opposite ridge when I saw the mudslide.
Imagine he
You were coming
blames
back to
her.
make amends.
I must find him. If anyone can survive such a storm, it's him.
You and
said
Kentok.
Kentok
What's
is
your
your
problem
squad
with
leader?
this dude? Like, what, or
I've
what's
trained under
his
him ever
problem
since
with
I was
you, I
assigned
should
to the
say?
squad.
Because it
He
sounds
was
like he's the
tough
one
as a
acting
shell
up.
snapper, unforgiving as the desert. But my blade is quicker, deadlier because of him. And he taught me to fight for duty, not just glory.
To serve something greater than yourself.
Yes, and yet he wants me to be tethered to this place, rather than fulfilling a greater purpose with the Chief's Guard.
Chief's
You
Guard.
said you wanted to pledge your blade to the Chief's Guard. Is that what the Marshals are?
No. The Marshals travel the breadth of the clan lands, enacting Chief Hikaru's will. The Guard remains at the Grove to defend it and the Chief. But like the Marshals, only a handful are chosen for such an honor.
So why did Kentok not want you to go?
He claimed that the greater honor was to serve my squad and clan. But all we do here is gather supplies for ink. How can that compare to guarding the Grove? The Chief himself.
About the
So
mudslide.
a mudslide did all this? Must have been quite a storm.
We've had more and more of them over the last few years. Torrential rain, lightning strikes, winds that rattle the metal towers. But this last one was the worst yet. This area used to be as arid as the rest of the desert. The storms have changed all that.
There's a water shortage in the capital. Could this help?
The wound in the sand is low? Guess we're not the only ones dealing with problems.
I mean, not anymore.
But
We fixed it,
unfortunately, no.
but
This water's poisoned by ash blood. Undrinkable as machine oil.
ash blood? What does that
What's
mean?
ash blood.
It's a red stone we gather. Our inker and scalding spear turns it into a pigment for the marks on our skin. In exchange, we get water. Every village in the clan trades with the capital for it. Food, machine parts. For us, it's ash blood. It's not exactly an exciting trade.
I can
Okay.
take another look around the village. Where did you last see?
Natika,
I'm here.
where's Kentok? Did he make it?
We're going to find him.
He saved me. Pushed me out of the way as everything collapsed. But then the flood took him. Towards the gouge.
The gouge?
It's an ancient passage that leads deep underground. Come. I'll show you.
Natika, we need orders. We're exposed out here. Only half of us can hold a blade if machines come.
What do you want us to do?
Go. The gouge is in the hillside, northwest of here. I'll catch up when I can.
What are we going to do now?
Let's get a couple soldiers posted as lookouts.
Alright, now what do I do? Go to the gouge. How far is that? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Easy enough. Oh, it's a... Oh, the sunken cavern that we already went to. Okay.
Ugh, water in my boots.
It'd be interesting if that was a mechanic, actually. Like, her clothes or boots getting wet and you having to, like, worry about keeping them dry or something.
Looks like an old mine. There's a large tree blocking
I think
the
that'd be a
entrance.
neat mechanic.
Kentok got swept in. I'm gonna have to clear some of it to get inside.
Did that... Oh, there's two. I was like, did that not work?
Time to head in.
Cool.
Okay, let's see where this leads.
Oh, we have to rappel down. I don't like that. Oh, ho, boy. Oh.
Take
Hi there.
it easy. You must be Kentok.
Oh. I was an outlander, no my name.
Magic.
Natika sent me to find you. The soldier you saved told us you were swept away by the mudslide.
So, he made it. Good. And Natika. She came back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was on her way back to talk to you when the mudslide
She's had
happened.
better days, I
She's
think,
looking
but...
after the survivors now.
It was my mistake to deny her discharge. A soldier is supposed to sacrifice for the good of the tribe. Looking back now, she was right. I didn't want to let her go. The chief's guard will gain an invaluable soldier. At least after all this, I won't be in the way anymore. I can
Man,
tell
don't
you
act
no
like
fatal
that.
wound when you see one. My service to my clan is done. So, leave me.
No, you're not going to die down here. There has to be a way to get you out.
There isn't. I tried to climb out, but it's no use. The walls are too slick.
Water's coming in. From the surface? Not from where I came in. There must be another source. And if I find it, and open it up... You might not be able to move Kentok, but I think there might be a way to move you. Hey. Hey! I need you to stay awake. I'm gonna take a look around.
You're just like Natika. Relentless as a fireclaw.
And you should be used to it. Just sit tight. I'm going to get you out of here.
You deal with this often enough. You'll be fine.
That waterfall must be coming from somewhere. I need to get higher up to figure out where it's coming from.
Alright, so let's open this. Anything else? Or, oh, we're walking through the vent itself. Okay. Okay.
I don't think it'll connect.
Oops.
Water's coming from that vent. Dead end. There must be another source.
Well, maybe not a complete dead end. Really? You're telling me I can't go through that and... That's kind of dumb. Why would you have it there? It doesn't look like there's any way to get around there. Man. Whack. I tried to hit the jump button. I was a little bit too late. Oops. What? I can't get up there now? Damn it. Okay, that one was just me being dumb. You know what? Let's just push it. There we go. Okay, seriously? It just won't grab the ledge. Alright. Climb up. We can do this. Yeah, we can do this. Do these come out? Ah, they do. Why not pull both? Alright, you said you can... Oh, that's how you can reach the other side now. Cool. Alright, let's try to get across.
Okay. The waterfall I saw down below should be coming in from somewhere around here.
What exactly are we planning to do with him? Ooh, I almost just walked right off. That would have been unfortunate.
This'll be my stash when I need it.
Hello? Oh, there we go. What? Again? You're trying to make me gotta go to the bathroom. Trying to drown me and stuff.
Water's coming in from there. I can use the fire gleam to...
This is not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out, Aloy. We're gonna have to run like our left butt cheeks on fire, bro. You gotta go. Oh my god.
Found us a way out. Almost there. Hey, stay with me.
Can you not croak, bro?
She said you're
this thing called hydration. You have to constantly drink to keep it up. Man, do you have any idea how much water I intake during a normal work day? I literally have, like, in the span of... Goodness, how long would a school day be? It'd be like 7 to 8 hours. I'll average like 1 bottle of water every hour to hour and a half. Why not the right butt cheek? Because I turned to the other cheek and I got burned.
Answers only to the hand that commands it.
He would say that every time we sparred. Sometimes as an insult. Other times as a compliment. But I guess he was right. It was always my choice to stay or go.
I'm sorry you didn't get to make amends.
So am I.
What will you do now?
I'm not sure. Bleeding Mark has a chance to recover. And once that's done, I could join the Chief's Guard. But I have to lay him to rest first. With full soldier's honors. Aloy, wait. You saved my comrades, somehow drained the entire village. I want you to have this.
Thanks.
That's not enough.
And good luck.
What do you mean that's not enough?
Whatever you decide.
How's that not enough? Okay, this is the coal route again. What else can we do? There's that Vista Point. We could go to the Watchtower. Go to the Memorial Grove. We could also go here. Alright, what quest is this for? Call and response. Okay, so we can go there actually. Fast travel. That's plenty, I'll have you know. And I do drink some throughout the afternoon. I just have a ridiculous amount of intake during the day. Like, for the rest of the night, I'll have maybe 2 to 3 bottles of water, but I will have so many during work.
I can feel this frost down to my bones.
Alright, so we gotta go out of here. Yeet.
If I were anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot. No wonder the rebels set up here.
We already had that message. Watchtower at Cold Rushes. So we've done a decent amount of exploration, side questing, and we'll do the Coal Route story quest as well. Because we gotta advance stuff, but also I wanna have fun with this.
Jill said the old Watchtower should be near the falls. Time to tell those soldiers to head home.
You work a 73-day and you drink 1 bottle per hour, and it's a 17. But yeah, it's 144 ounces of water. And the recommended daily intake is 125. That's beyond the daily intake in
This easy?
like a third of the day. Plus I have more at home.
Where's
Just
the Watchtower?
usually like 2 to 3 bottles.
Talk
Not
to
as
their
much.
squad leader, Kiva.
What are we at now?
About mid 170s.
4 for me and 2 for you.
That's not fair. I took down a snap ball. That
Which
has
I'm
to
proud
count
of,
for at
mind
least
you,
3 of
because
your
when
burglars.
the 2022 year
The
started,
soldiers had some trouble.
I was over 200.
They must barely be holding out. Are you
Alright, what do you
Kiva?
guys want?
I am. And you. You're the Outlander who killed Regala's champion at the embassy. Ram Squad was there. We saw your duel. Pavalo still owes me shards.
They placed
Thanks
bets
for the
on
vote
it.
of confidence. Chaplain Jarrah sent me. It's time for you to go home.
Jarrah's cracked then. There's no way our commander will allow us to leave our post.
Bro,
Not after
they
our
really said you're cracked, bro.
insubordination.
Things have, changed at the Bulwark. Dakota won't be able to stop you.
Really? He's finally been taken down a notch? Alright then. The last member of Ram Squad is on duty at the tower on the mountain. Let me recall him.
Okay. That's one way to place a call.
Ezeko always answers. One of us will have to go up.
Bro, you just randomly like threw up a signal flare and you're like, but he didn't answer in 2
The
seconds.
start of the climb is just across the falls.
See, that's
Try not
that
to break
toxic
your neck,
relationship
yeah?
behavior. You gotta give them some time. I'm just messing around, yo. So
What's
drink an
going on?
ounce per
We're
pound.
moving out. Back to the bulwark.
You're shitting me.
I'm probably
What
like
about
going
Ezeko?
off of averages
The Outlander
then,
will check
but I know it's like somewhere between an ounce and half an ounce, give or take. So, but the thing is, if I'm drinking as much as like 10 bottles, that's
This must be the
170
climb.
ounces.
The watchtower should
Or I
be
guess
the
it's
top.
like 16.9 technically, so it's like I'm 1 ounce short. But weighing in at about 174 to 175-ish, like something like that, that means I'm still at my daily recommended intake, to be fair. How do I... Oh, I gotta climb up here? I can do that.
Pass. Just gotta keep low and quiet.
Okay, but how do I climb up here? Still not enough. Why you bully me? Why you bully me? The thirst is real. That doesn't mean you gotta use it against me. What
Skydrifters.
is that? Oh god.
Circling the watchtower.
Oh god, I don't like that it has like glowing lights on it. Can I scan that thing? Oh my god, Apex Skydrifter. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, let's go. Wait, did it see me? What saw me? I don't see anything. I feel like I'm facing down against the penguins of Madagascar. I didn't see anything. Oh.
Should hit it with frost ammo.
These are extra powerful variants of machines. Yeah, of course. It's just the corrupted version of all the other ones from the previous game.
I gotta take out these machines before I can look around.
Okay. Come on. Stunned. Yes. Got it. Go. Ooh. Come on. Okay, I'm really glad I can stun these guys really easily. meant to hit dodge. Slightly too late, though. Gotcha.
Okay, so where's the soldier assigned to this watchtower?
Welcome back.
I'll pick these up.
We killed the birdies.
That must be him.
We killed the birdies very dead. Bad birdies. Is he dead? Yeah, I think he's dead. Nah, he's just sleeping.
Judging by these wounds, the Sky Drifter surprised him. At least it was quick. Hear the sound of your horn. It's a different call from before. I'd better get back down to the watchtower and check on them.
What happened? What did they ever do to you? What do you mean? They did
the
mean
watchtower's
things.
under attack. I need to get down there fast.
Alright, off we go.
Swooping into battle. Those machines are in for a surprise.
This is not normally how I'd enter a fight. Alright, well, here we go.
Blood of the Ten, the Outlander glides.
Here comes the Crimson Jinn.
Machine's on to me.
I need to hit the frost sacks they got. Uh-oh. These things are very easily killed. That's the good news. What? Blueberry. Yeah, strawberry hibiscus. You know, that's a good question. It depends on, like, how strong the flavor of each one is. Because, like, I have a preference for strawberry, but if they're both kind of on the weak side, I think I'd rather go with blueberry. At least I have some machine muscle. I want to smack them.
It's down.
Come here, you. Down. They're both on the stronger side. Then personally, I'm more of a strawberry kind of guy. That's me, though. Come on. Alright, that's another one down. Ooh, I got its beak. Cool. It drops machine muscle! Yes! Ooh.
Now I need more.
got it. I got another beak. Awesome. I had strawberry earlier. Oh, well then, you should have said that. I know how you don't like to repeat things. Yeah, go with the one you haven't had already. That's fine. Makes sense to me. What is that? Oh, it's other machines. Okay.
There's a Ram Squad. Thanks for the assist. Is the Zeko on his way down?
Actually, machines got him. Took him by surprise. I'm sorry.
What? He was the first of the squad. Our best fighter.
He's gone, Kiva. It's just the two of you now.
Damn, Tekote. All we did was go to the embassy. Follow Chief Hikaro's orders? And what do we get for it? A death
Sent to the
sentence
Shadow
just of his
Realm,
guard duty.
apparently.
All because Tekote has a vendetta against the Chief.
Well, that ends now.
I do feel bad that, like, the dude was angry, so he just sent
Thanks,
them
okay.
away for no reason.
Here.
And it got some of them killed.
Pavalo!
Like, this
We're
dude
moving
is
out.
seriously a bad leader. I'm glad I destroyed his wall, and I'm ready to square up to him.
Tekote's politics got one of those soldiers killed.
And almost got them
Will
all
these other
killed.
two get to go home?
Like, this dude is seriously a terrible leader. Let me take over. I'ma kill him. Let me kill him, and then it'll be okay. I'll be in charge, and I'll make everything cool. I think this is the area. Okay, so we have critical strike plus. Does need our build up. Does this cost 2? Yes, it does. Melee damage up. Perfect. Alright, now we have all we need from there. Sometimes I like T twice in a row. I mean... Oh, is it not both T? I mean, they're both T, right? As long as you're mixing up the flavors, then it still counts. Especially herbal tea. I'm not a tea person. Can't relate. Alright, to the Memorial Grove we go. Let me in. Let me in.
She's with us. Let her pass.
That's right, I am.
Outlander, Chief Hikaro and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
Ooh, another face paint unlocked. I'm with it, I'm with it.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaro's throne. And Ethan.
Can you drink?
Outlander,
some.
the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Like, I've noticed that a lot of teas that have, what is it you mentioned? Hibiscus? Yeah, hibiscus. I'm pretty sure most of those, if not all of them, tend to be caffeine-free. Anytime I've come across hibiscus in tea, it does not have caffeine in it, but I'm also not a fan of it in general. Like, generally, I don't like the taste of teas. But, like, peach tea tends to be caffeine-free. Peppermint tea, which is the only type I ever really drink once in a while, it tends to be caffeine-free. But it's like, anything that's green tea or black tea, instant off-limits. That has a significant amount. A lot of different types do have it, and so I can't go near them.
It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
I'ma just... Don't mind me.
This could be useful.
Not bad, I guess. Herbal teas tend not... Yeah, exactly. More of the herbal ones don't, usually.
Aloy. It seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Kotallo.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand.
Okay. So it's Starbucks
Some
made,
have
okay.
come to
That
compete,
makes sense.
Others to bear witness. They know Regalla will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regalla means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals.
Hold the line,
You
man.
will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
That's cool with me. Where will
I know
you
where
be?
I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Let's get
Get this
started.
over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
Mom surprised me with that this morning. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. But I generally don't go to, like, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or pretty much anywhere that sells coffee, even if they sell other things, just because it's not my style, obviously.
Ceremony, not entertainment.
Are they mad I'm here? I have to play bodyguard for them and they're mad I'm here? I'll kill you all right now. I'll win the whole damn thing. Keep it up. Ooh. Aha. Upgrade the sniper. Pyre hunter bow. Is this my basic? Yep, this is my basic. I'm missing the webbing. Outfit upgrades. Can I upgrade the one I have now? No, I cannot. How rude. Right? How rude of them.
More than courage.
Alright, that's it.
Will honor the fallen marshal. Let Regalla face our new marshal. Win the honors today.
It's your hand that...
Be vigilant. Regalla means to make good on
Yes, yes, and we will kill her like the rest. No problem.
Look, comrades. Easterner.
Oh, it's this
Didn't think
guy.
the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
What's
If there's a
good?
chance my challengers will be facing Regalla, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I would love
I'd
to
save my
plant
spear
one
for
on the
Regalla's
other
troops,
side of
if I were
you.
you.
Like, for real. I hate this dude. Leader of a whole clan, and yet spineless. Could never be me.
Carl's defenders should be at the end of the stretch.
And look, we are not alone in this fight.
Oh, is it this chick again? She here too? The older woman who helped, like, guide us through? I thought I heard her voice. I guess not. Or maybe she is? I don't know. How do I get up there? Oh, a ladder. Duh.
Focus
Okay,
on
it is
the
her.
machines. Take them down, and Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the Kulrut from below. But from above...
Not bad.
Hello?
Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
That's wild. A whole cannon?
Tanda! The Kulrut is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers! Approach!
Oh boy. That's it? Oh, okay, there's more. I was gonna say, if you're telling me it's just 5...
Shall be named Marshal. Remember
Bro.
the 10. Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory.
From the air? Is this strictly an archer battle? No, it's not. Ooh! Yeah, yeet.
Hold them back! Defend the Kulrut!
I should take out this one first because it's a bigger problem. Light this one on fire. Come on. Come on, I don't want to run out already. Ooh. Ooh, okay. You're still alive. What? Come on. I didn't realize that my health was still low because I hit the heal button. I don't know if I ran out. Damn, I hit him so many times and it would not stagger. That is so unfortunate. I'm trying. There we go, it's down. Oop, apparently I'm bad luck. I gotta fire on this one, I think. And down. I need to focus fire on, like, the projectile ones, I think. Because those will be the biggest problems for me to deal with. I can't exactly get hurt by melee monsters. Do you guys have any more? Okay, that was kind of funny. Me crouching down to pick up the weapon helped me dodge. Come on. Come on. We can take them. We can take them. The little one. There we go. What is that? What is that? Roller back. I don't like the sound of that. Can you not? Can you please not be a thing, sir? Got it. Is that it? It's not the last one, is it?
That can't be all of them.
There. What is that?
I don't know.
Hold the defenses!
Jesus. Apparently I shouldn't have asked. Wait, no, it's not another one of the turtle ones, is it? Of course it was. That is so garbage. That is so garbage. Like, storyline wise, you're telling me I fought off all those monsters and she cheated by just digging underneath? And the size and force of that machine, everyone was just on it or behind it without getting destroyed? Like, what kind of crap? That's so unfair. I'm so sad. That's not even like gameplay mechanic. That's not like a genuine complaint about anything. That just makes me sad, man. I worked so hard. Can I still have one of the big guns, please? Oh.
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire!
You threw a rock at it? You have a bow, and you threw a rock at it.
This thing down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully they can also fire a few shots from that ballista.
That actually clocked me. Holy crap. It's... yes, it is.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down!
You're in position. So does that mean you can shoot it, please? Oh god. I might be dead here.
Taking the shot.
Please?
That hits its mark.
That did nothing! What do you mean?
Lining up the shot.
Travis on the go.
Taking the shot. Where's the shot then? That missed me. That missed me. I'm gonna need to make precision arrows here. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this off of just the basic. Ah. You're in position. Take a shot, please. Real appreciated. There we go. Alright, let's take this time to grab the healing. I'm not convinced that should have hit me. Did you? Did you hit it? Oh my goodness. It just... Ooh, 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 ooh. Come here, come here, come here, come here. I think that missed. That looked like it missed. That did not look like it missed, and yet it did. Ooh. Hello? Anybody else see it doing this? I'm not crazy, right? This is happening? Come on. We're almost there. Almost there. Calm and collected. Calm and collected. Calm and collected. You are crazy, and it is happening. You know what? Fair enough. Stunned again, stunned again, stunned again. Come on. Ooh. Got it. Damn. I share the sentiment, friend.
Kotallo. I gotta get to him. Be prepared.
Hang on. I need to grab the healing first. It's pretty much like I need to. Because it would be a waste if I didn't grab it, and I need to replenish my store of it. Is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it. Okay, now it's full. My stash has over 300 of them, so that's not an issue. Alright, so how do I get up this? Is this like a ramp, staircase type thing? Yeah. Collapse in a very convenient manner. I like that. I'm working on it. Goodbye. Oh! I was not expecting that. I don't know why it didn't heal me, but I was not expecting that. It says Silent Strike, but it's not giving me an overheal. That's weird. Is it because they're already in combat, so it's not really a sneak attack? Like, I don't... I'm curious what the rules behind that are. Damn, he's fighting one-handed and still doing okay. I should have helped that guy first. Uh-oh. This is not going to work out the way we hope it's going to work out. It's still going to fall, though. Did he get hit? He got hit. Are those hers or mine? I assume mine, given that she's running.
This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have.
You're a coward and you're gonna die like
All who
one.
stand with Hekarro will be run red.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh.
Are they all that made it?
I name you all, Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go.
Those four are all that made it? Really?
I failed. I should have finished Regalla.
We had like 2
But
dozen.
now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
I appreciate this guy.
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
He's a bit weird. But he got the spirit. He got the spirit. He's a good leader. Not like that other one. We don't like the other one. She trash.
This is it. Aether's below.
Let's do it. Can I drop the ledge? Here we go.
There. That console.
Oop. We should scan these. Because we don't want to lose out on them just in case. Alright, looks like that's it.
Come on,
Sir
Aether.
Gaia Colonel.
Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
That sounds handy. It also feels like it shouldn't be that simple.
Right. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the pen are not clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hikaru saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
What? Is she just like up there staring down at me? Is that what's happening here? I already got that one. Where? Oh, you're on the other side of the... I heard you awfully clearly for someone who's all the way over there.
Please. The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Seems like it.
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Seems like it. Holy crap.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest.
So that's where he got the term from.
My conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
That is actually like really nice and inspiring. I like that. Like, imagine being a completely like primitive indigenous style society. Like your technology is way further back than modern day, and you suddenly come across a message like that. That's gonna light a fire under you.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
I really like that. Oh, word?
I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals.
But you're Hikaru's left hand.
The rallying cry.
You're Hikaru's right hand.
Cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say
I appreciate him. He's a good boy.
So, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
He's strange. He is strange.
Alright.
Data points
I
discovered.
need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms too. Might be worth checking out.
Data console. I mean, we could watch them all again.
Regala's coming for Hikaru. It won't be long.
Aloy! It's been a while since meeting Mark.
Honor and strength.
Well met, Aloy.
Hello.
I was hoping we'd run into each other again after the flood in Bleeding Mark.
My friend.
Tika. So you did it. You're part of the Chief's Guard now.
It wasn't an easy choice, but yes. After
Seemed
he
like
left,
an
he
easy
was
choice. It's what you wanted to do to begin with.
about what he said. He served his clan, his tribe, as best as he could. I have to do the same.
I'm sure he'd be proud.
And he'd reprimand me for allowing myself to be distracted.
Can't have that.
Thank you again, Aloy. Strike true as the 10.
Hi, Izzy. She's hanging out. She says hello.
Already? Challengers worthy of the title? False courage.
Aloy, blood of the 10, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have
Probably
to
not.
Well, thanks to you.
On the bright
chief
side, she's
still
got her
lives.
focus to keep records of everything.
And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Kavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
Or he was on... Yep. There it is.
He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hekarro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me.
This isn't the first time we've been asked to do pretty much exactly this.
But Kavo is the last of my blood.
It's weird that it's happened more than once, I'm gonna be honest. Joining the
What made
rebels,
Kavo
like, yeah,
join
what
Regala's
drove him to do such a stupid
For
thing?
some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clan's back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Kavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
Damn. Will he
So
listen?
if Kavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Kavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. He must. I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Kavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hekarro, the clans warred constantly with each other.
She lost her
Every
kids.
skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
And there's only one left now.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Kavo from following the trail of blood.
That's
If Kavo
so
joined Regala's
depressing.
rebellion of his own accord, will Hekarro let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try.
I mean, at the same time, I am still not the kind of person who's on board for the, they're your family, so you gotta just let them do whatever they want.
I'll help you find your grandson. If I can.
Unconditional love and forgiveness
Where
is
do
a
we start?
toxic trait.
A while back, our scouts reported
It's
Kavo's
just,
squad left
it's
one of
toxic to
Regala's
you
outposts in the
for
hills to
having
the
it.
south. His
Not
squad never
toxic
returned,
outwardly towards
but
other
the scouts
people.
also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Kavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
Yeah? Let's go.
Good. This way. The outpost isn't far.
Alright. Blood for blood. I'm having Aeon flashbacks now. If you guys have never heard of that or played it, Aeon or Ion, I never did. I forget how to pronounce it. A-I-O-N, it was my favorite. I've talked about it a couple of times. I think I talked about it during one of these episodes a few weeks ago. It was my favorite MMO when I was in high school. And I played it for years. I had an absolute blast with it.
The rebels aren't going to give up without a fight.
And they had a really super disappointing re-release where they said, we're trying to get away from pay-to-play. We want people to have a free-to-play experience and not worry about it. And then they made it, well, it was pay-to-win. And they said, we want everyone to have an equal shot, and then they made it pay-to-play instead. And we're like, no, but it's free. It was really stupid, but anyway. Their like #1 catchphrase for the race that I chose was blood for blood. So I heard that almost every day for years.
You take point.
Oh, what's this outpost? Oh, bueno.
Another outpost full of rebels. Time to find whoever's in charge and take them out. Should use shock ammo.
Damn it! Turned and started walking at the worst time. I don't see anyone here. Oh, I see that person.
Hey!
Oh, someone saw me. But where did they see me? 'Cause I don't see anybody. Okay, now I see a few people on my scanner. Oh, you're one of the people I picked up, too. Perfect, perfect. There's the leader. Come here. Come here.
We may have a fight on our hands.
Come here, come on.
Show me
Come
where.
here, come here, girl.
Because I don't see a damn thing.
All you want.
Hikaru's troops don't have the spine to attack.
Come here. No, you don't wanna?
Whoa!
Bye-bye. That's the leader.
Does Hikaru really think he can hold a free route?
Alright, uh-oh. You have a helmet on, don't you? No, no, that's your skin. Hold up.
A girl? Alarm!
I'm empty.
Glory for the rebellion!
Uh-oh.
Here, reload.
Ow.
Look everywhere. Turn every stone.
Bye-bye. Please don't send the machine at me. Ooh. Spoke slightly too soon. There we go. Alright, come on, come on.
Stop there.
Oh no, I had the silent strike. Whatever, man.
I'll grab this now.
Oh. There we go. Which one's the leader? This one, right? Now I know I can one-shot him. That's perfect.
Show yourself.
I will. Just come a little bit closer.
No one will remember your deeds.
Boop. Why am I not getting healed anymore for my stealth attacks? What changed? Wait a minute. Is it my outfit? No, there's right there. Silent Strike Heal. It's equipped. It's not healing me anymore. What happened? Did I get hit with a bug? Is that what's happening? Wait. Silent Strike Gain. Hello? No, it's weapon stamina. I still don't know what that does. That will probably be helpful at some point. I'll take that. Why not?
You're creeping through the grass, huh?
Yes. Ooh. Not that you'd know any better. Which one is that? Is that the mounted one? Yes, it is. Let's do this.
Find.
Oh, it's good. Goodbye.
Come now. Face my blade. How'd you get here?
Bye-bye.
That's all of them.
Our scouts said they saw Nakala tied up at a wood post.
Let's look around.
Wait, weren't we here to find... Nakala? Is that your grandson's name? Or aren't we here to find him? He's one of them. Why would he be tied to a post? I'm confused. What? I don't get it. Alright, let me pick up... Alright, my healing's maxed, I'm all set. Let's keep looking.
There. That's the post.
Well, no Nakala, obviously. But maybe the rebels moved her. I can look for tracks. There. Tracks leading away from the post.
Where do they go?
Not a clue. Let's find out. Hmm? Wait, what is that? Ooh, ancient valuables chest. Sweet. Alright, so they lead this way, right? Ooh. No. I see that over there. I want it. I want it. Alright, so this... I think this is actually leading me... Like, I'm going the opposite way now, so this is... Yeah, this is leading me towards where they went.
Dead end.
No.
Maybe not.
I think there's something under that wood.
Yeah, there's a hatch.
Take my hand,
Oh.
Kala.
Hi there.
Steady now.
Where am I? Chaplain? Is that you? And with an Outlander. Whoa. How'd you end up down there? Rebels had me strung up.
Good question.
They thought I'd give up intel about lowland squad movements by letting me bake in the sun. Managed to slip my bonds and make a run for it.
Good job.
Made me pay for that. Last thing I remember was a crack on the head and the taste of dirt. How'd you end up here?
We're looking for Cavo. His squad was last spotted leaving this outpost.
Yeah, he was here. It was his squad that attacked us on the road. My comrades got away, but I was taken. Cavo tied me to the post himself. If you're looking for him, Chaplain, I'm afraid you'll only find a dead end. His loyalties are clear. Do you know where his squad went? I overheard them mention Fall's Edge.
Then we'll pick the search up from there. I'll go ahead and meet you at Fall's Edge, southwest of here.
Dekka, if Cavo attacked her squad?
No! He's not lost to us yet. We have to find him and turn him from this path.
Okay.
I don't like where this is going. Cause like
What
this
about
is leading into the exact kind of quest where it's like you're with the family member, you can't save their loved one, now they're the ones who have to deal the finishing blow and put them down.
I guess we'll see about that.
I like her eyes. Her eyes are pretty. Damn. I don't want this to be that kind of ending. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so I have to go all the way around. Blood for blood. Oh wow, that was a lot of stuff. Damn. Please don't let this be the ending. Okay, also, like, those appear to be fireflies. I went on an unreasonably long walk on Saturday. Like, genuinely, I put the state of my leg at risk by doing that. But I wanted to, just for the sake of exploring and, you know, having time outside. And I found out we do actually have fireflies in my area. Like, not within my city, anywhere to be found, unfortunately. But in the more, like, dark, forested backroads areas, you know, nearby the town, they are all over. And I love fireflies. Like, seeing them for the first time around like 16, 17 something years old, like mid-teens, just before adulthood, visiting my older brother when he was living in Pennsylvania and seeing fireflies for the first time is one of my happiest memories of my childhood. Because, like, not only was it such a beautiful sight for me to feel like a little kid, you know, enjoying himself out in the woods, and it wasn't even out in the woods, they were just out in the streets, just hanging around for anybody to come across. But not only was it like that, I was also with my older brother, who is one of, like, he's one of my best friends. He was someone who was a major parental figure to me growing up, so it's like, having those two experiences at the same time makes it seriously impactful. And being able to see them here just 2 days ago for the first time since back then was huge. Rebel Rider. Okay, but what are you riding on? Rebel Acid Claw Strider. I'm leaving. You know what all that looks like? Not my problem, sir. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm not gonna. Alright, but we've made it to Falls Edge. This looks like that place that we collapsed in the first game. Pretty sure there was an enemy settlement that we just, like, threw into the river. Is this a rebel settlement? If not, it looks like it probably should be. Definitely was at one point. Oh, you're one of ours. Cool. That's interesting, considering we just ran across some rebels. Decently leveled ones, too. Is she up here? No. She is not.
I'm telling the truth.
Listen to him, Oroke.
Not a chance.
Dekka, what's going on?
Oh,
Aloy,
did you find him?
I'm glad you're here. This is Oroke, leader of Falls Edge.
So you've enlisted the Chief's champion in your dull-bladed efforts.
Man!
He must be Cavo, then.
Oh, they found
My
him.
grandson. And a soldier trying to right his mistakes.
Or trying to lure us into a trap. My scouts caught him, sneaking around on the outskirts of the village.
I wasn't sneaking around. I was coming to warn you. The rebels are planning an attack. They're going to send a machine straight through this village. I left my post when I realized what they were planning. You have to believe me.
Where are the rebels now?
They were hunting for the machine north of here. I can show you the way.
The only thing you'll do is face trial by combat. You betrayed your clan. Your chief. Blood and blades will decide your fate.
I'll
sounds
fight whoever
fair.
you want, after we stop the attack.
Attack on
Why
Falls
destroy
Edge?
this village? I thought Regala's fight was with Hekarro.
Hekarro was a lowlander before he was chief. Unlike the Desert and Sky clans. We stand behind him without question. Falls Edge is a strategic midpoint between the Grove and our capital on the coast.
It's true. Our orders were to cut off Hekarro's support from the Lowland clan. But I thought that meant disrupting supply routes, not slaughtering an entire village.
Yeah, there's a big difference there. But, I mean, at the same time, if you're ruining supply routes, you could be slaughtering an entire village in a much longer, drawn-out fashion by
You said you
making
defected
them
after
starve
you found
or,
out about the attack.
you know, die of thirst.
Why'd you change your
you know.
mind?
When I joined the rebels, I thought Regala was going to lead us into battle against our old enemy, the Karja. But all we've done is kill each other. And for what? Pride? Vengeance? So when my squad leader told us about the mission to destroy this village, I left my post.
Don't believe his lies. Anyone who deserted the tribe to join Regalla knew exactly what they were getting themselves into.
Not everyone.
He's looking at her like she grew a second
you
head,
said you
bro.
defected after you found out about the attack. Why'd you change your mind?
When I joined the rebels, I thought Regalla was going to lead us into battle against our old enemy, the Karja. But all we've done is kill each other. And for what? Pride? Vengeance? So when my squad leader told us about the mission to destroy this village, I left my post.
Don't believe his lies. Anyone who deserted the tribe to join Regalla knew exactly what they were getting themselves into.
Not every.
Okay, so that... I could have sworn that was
If
still
Cavill is
highlighted,
telling
but
the
whatever.
truth, this whole village is in danger. We have to find and stop these rebels.
The rebels built a campfire north of the river, near the cliffs.
I think we just
I
saw
can
them.
show you the way from there.
Okay. Open it up, or okay?
No. I won't give him the chance to escape. The traitor stays here until his trial by combat.
Then I invoke blood for blood. I will take Cavos' place until he returns.
That is dangerous.
You're making a mistake, Chaplain. The clan needs your guidance, not the lies of this bare-armed boy.
The right has been called. Cavo will go with Aloy.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to. If the boy speaks truth, you'll need my blade. If he lies, I'll run him through. I must make arrangements here first. Then I'll bring the boy to the meeting place.
I do what must be done, I suppose. I need to see the ending to this. I need to see this quest through. I need to buy materials, but I'm not going to bother right now. I should have stopped at the workbench so I could craft, actually. I could use arrows.
Wow, keep me awake.
Probably potions, too. Alright, I don't need to pull the healing because I'm maxed out.
The campfire that Cavo mentioned should be nearby.
What's taking so long? They should be here
Rebels.
already.
Friends of Cavo's?
I don't see any others.
I'm gonna have to take them out to get to that campfire.
All clear. Should we go and check? No, our orders were clear. We hold this position until they arrive.
You're not decked out. Alright, let's do this. And he's got his back turned. Goodbye. Jesus.
Waiting to ambush.
I gotta watch that again. Wait a minute. Jeez.
Cavo has some explaining to do. Better wait at the campfire for him and Oroke.
Ooh, yay, machine muscle. That's the thing I needed. Oh, I gotta... Yeah, wait for them. Okay.
Found a few of your friends when I got here, Cavo. You're not off to a great start.
They must have been out on patrol. I swear on the 10 I didn't know they'd be here.
What did I tell you? His lies are an open sore. Better we cauterize it now than let it fester.
I mean, also, if they notice
I'm
that he
telling the
deserted,
truth.
why would you not guard the area he was supposed to be?
As you say. But this is a mistake.
And my weapon?
If you think...
Just give it to him, Oroke. We need to get moving.
I gotta say, this is a little extra. Where's his weapon?
Lead the way.
Does he not have a weapon? What's he gonna fight with? Oh, magically he has crisscrossed blades behind him. Okay.
Up this way.
I gotta say, I'm not opposed to untying him. I'm not opposed to having him lead the way.
The rebels are stationed at the
I
nearby
am opposed to
cliff falls.
giving him his weapon
I
back.
took this path when I left my post.
Too easy.
The others won't be expecting anyone to come this way.
Or they are, and will be skewered the moment we arrive.
Okay, so his
There's
post
the
was up
cliff
above.
falls. And there's no one there, as I suspected.
Let's just keep going.
I don't like this.
I'm not a fan of this either. Why is he just sitting there? Where'd he go? But he's just stuck there. What the hell? Is that scripted, or did it break? I'm confused.
Where is everyone?
No rebels,
Oh.
no machine. What did I say?
Over there, by the falls.
A behemoth.
Blood of the Ten. If that thing runs through Fall's Edge, the village stands no chance.
Then we'll stop. Right here.
You know, for a world that's like overrun by machines,
Grab your gear. We march on Fall's Edge.
you know, for people who live in a like machine driven post-apocalyptic world, you are disgustingly underprepared to deal with machines at any given moment. And that's really, really stupid. What's this? Shock drum. Oh boy. Why isn't it going? I can't kill any of them from here. Not a single one has an exposed head. Nope. Is it facing me? No, it's not.
Rita will be avenged. That Easterner will pay in blood.
We'll stay here.
There! Did anybody else see something?
Come on. Bye-bye. I love when that is a critical hit, because it does so much damage. Alright, who else? Any other people? Have I tagged them all? No, I haven't tagged them all. No, never mind. Yes, I have. What did I get spotted by? What? Uh-oh. What's this one? Oh, Blaze Drone.
That's gonna do a lot of damage.
Did you just... Really? What? Where did I get hit by? Oh. Oh my god. Damn, I got hit still? Alright, we're good, we're good. Alright, alright. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Get up here and start just trying to wipe these guys.
Much better.
Oh boy, my headphones are bugging out. It's making me lose focus because of the crackling sounds. Uh-oh. Alright, is that all the enemies? Oh god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Hi there. Can we talk about this? Whew, okay. We're good. We're good. Wait, we can fire, right? Fire. Yeah, your arrow's not gonna help me. It's never what I need it to be. Got it.
We did it.
Whew. We did it. It could have gone worse. Did it one try, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we died. Ooh. Lots of goodies, too. Picked up mad resources. Alright, we should make sure... They were all your friends. They were literally all murderous like psychopaths, bro. What are you upset about? They deserve to die. Plain and simple. They were trying to slaughter entire villages. I don't feel bad.
Keep the pressure on it.
You shouldn't either.
Cavo, you're bleeding.
No, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. What matters is the attack was stopped.
Because of your warning, you saved many lives today.
Come on. Let's get you back to Falls Edge.
I deleted the files you asked me. I appreciate it.
Some ribs, too.
Go on ahead. I'll see him back to the village.
Okay. I'll let Dekka know what happened.
Alright. Back we go, and that will be the final thing we do. Turn in this quest and see how it ends, because I want to know what happens here. I assume that he gets let back in, no problem. I was worried that it was going to be like, he can't be saved, so she has to be the one to put him down because he's my responsibility kind of thing. I was waiting for it. And I did not want it to happen.
Be guided by the ten.
Alright, where's she at? I like the symbols for all the different settlements. They're cool. Oh, she literally took his place in the cage.
What happened?
Cavo was telling the truth. The rebels had a behemoth. Cavo was injured in the battle, but we stopped the attack. Oroke
regrets that he doubted the boy. Your grandson proved himself to be honest and brave, Chaplain. He's loyal to the lowland.
So you'll release him?
He's earned his freedom. But it'll take many more deeds to earn back the rest of the clan's trust.
That's fair.
Whatever it takes.
That's fair.
Thank you, Aloy.
Indeed. Falls Edge owes you a great debt. May this begin to repay it.
Thank you.
What is it?
As soon as you're here,
what did you give me?
I have so much to show you.
Welcome back, Cavo.
What is that? Perimeter tripcaster? Oh, it's a trap thing? I'm not gonna use that. Whatever. Alright, spend our skill points. See what we can find. Alright, so... do we have anything for Infiltrator? Quiet Spear, Quiet Movement, Stealth Range, Silent Strike, Heal. Yeah, we have that. We have 3 tiers of it. So, what's the issue? Do we need 4? Because I had another item that was like +2. Is that what it is? Like, it turns off the healing unless it's +4? That's kind of stupid. It should be an overheal no matter what, if I'm full health. It should be automatic. Alright, but in the meantime, let me grab this. I'm just going to grab all of these, because overriding machines is a useful practice. Not one I use very often, but I know that sometimes it's needed, so I'm going to go for that. And this leads me all the way back where? Oh, return to the base. Okay. So, you know what? I think we're going to cut it here, and we can return to the base next time. Shield wires can be fired from... Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. An energy shield. I was not expecting a quote-unquote trap to function that way. That's cool. I actually like that idea. I'm probably not going to use it still, but it's nice to have. Alright, I think we're going to call it here, though. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Special thank you to my friend Hufflepuff, who was hanging out with me pretty much from start to finish the entire night, and for making sure I stay well hydrated with 6 hydrates today. I appreciate everybody who came by, even if you guys weren't talking, just leaving a lurk. I really appreciate it. It's been a really long last month and a half for me, just between all different things that I've had to deal with, and you know, my streaming schedule has been all over the place as a result. And, you know, it does suck. It's not what I want to do, but I appreciate all the people who support me through that and still come to hang out even when the hours are off or the day is different, or, you know, I've been gone for a week or so and suddenly I'm streaming again. It's nice to have people who come to hang out no matter what happens. So I think I'm going to raid my friend Beck Likes Plants, because I get to catch her so rarely, and it'll be fantastic to just go say hi to her, because I'm probably going to do that after stream anyway. So I'm going to go say hello to her. She's currently doing just chatting, because she only started about a half hour ago. So, you know, not a whole lot is going on, but just chatting is still plenty cool of a category, especially with someone who's as charismatic and, you know, kind with her audience as Beck is. So my schedule coming up for the week, if things work out, because, you know, as we've definitely noticed recently, things don't always seem to be working out properly for me on the days I want them to. So if things work out, on Thursday we will be debuting Life is Strange 2, and on Saturday we will be debuting and probably finishing, because I know it's a short game, Mortal Shell. And then on Monday, we'll be right back to continue with more of Horizon Forbidden West. So if any of that interests you, make sure you tune in. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful night, a wonderful start to your week. I hope to see you in the next episode. But in case I don't, may your hunt be blessed. Good night, everybody.